Greg Haberny.
All right. One of my favorite artists is Cy Twombly.
Okay.
And so, am I wrong to think there's...
You and I ironically have both, he's one of my favorites too.
Really? So I was thinking there had to be in your head somewhere.
Yeah, I mean there's an influence, but I also I wanted to really break down. I think I wanted to add like childlike elements into a lot of these, so I think that kind of has that Twombly-esque edge. A lot of the Cobra artists, who are artists from the late 30s and 40s, I think it was maybe even the early 40s.
The Fort Lauderdale Museum has a huge collection of that.
Yeah. Apel and those guys were fascinated with the mental institutions and the drawings of mental patients. So that kind of inspired me too on this. And I think a lot of the palettes have a lot to do with attention deficit disorder, almost some psychological elements, and maybe even a little tidbit of schizophrenia. So I wanted to kind of add those elements into it. You know, and I think I did that successfully.
I think so too.
Yeah, I do too.
Yeah. What about the materials you use? I mean, you seem to just go all over the place.
Yeah.
Is it just the stuff you find, or is it stuff or do you out looking for it specifically?
I don't make crayons, but I think part of what I do and what I do well is I can make things appear like old and beaten up and disheveled, kind of like myself, and you know, really just kind of make them look very vintagey and very, very old, and that has a lot to do with, I think, the art process. But for the most part, I mean, I generally make everything that I have. It's all newer materials, and then I just kind of age them and beat the hell out of them and burn them and shoot them and you name it.
Do you think, last thing I'm going to ask is, what do you want people, what kind of reaction do you want from people, and what do you get?
I mean, I work a lot generally with politics and kind of the deep thought process of things, borderlining on conspiratorial elements, you know. I mean, it's imperative to me that people come in here and kind of smile or laugh a little bit, but there's also an underlining layer of seriousness about what's going on, and I think if you kill people generally with kindness and a little bit of a jarring, you know, sense of humor, it's a lot more effective than just, you know, ramming it down people's throats. I don't want to be like preaching,
right?
You know, which I'm not really into, and I don't think most people are into. But I mean, I want people to have a good understanding of like what's going on, you know. And I think I mean, I try to do that, you know, but I try to always use an absurd sense of humor.
Okay.